Good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. And today we are at, well, it's slightly under the monorail now, but Epcot. Woo! I am excited to be back at Epcot. Gonna check out some of the changes. It is like an entire construction site at the minute with what's going on. But we are going to check out Ratatouille. We have a booking for that. I've actually done that in Paris, but it's always worth seeing if it compares, if it's any different. I have never done Frozen Ever After, so I'm looking forward to doing that. We've got a Genie booking for that. Never managed to get on it. The queue's always been too long and don't actually come to Epcot that often. And then we have a booking for dinner at Space 220. I'm really excited to see Space 220. It's been something that from the minute it was announced I was very excited about. So we've got that, and then of course we are going to check out Harmonious, which is the new show here. Again, I was sad to see Reflections go just as much as I was Happily Ever After. However, I did think that Reflections had kind of had its day now, so I am excited to see that. Yeah, I think that's just about everything. Let's get on with our day here at Epcot. Ooh. It's one of the 50th monorails. And there's a tree in the way. Good work, Bob. Oh, there we go. So, since I last been here, everything that was all here has been removed. I can't remember what it was called now, but it looked awful. And the fountain is back, and that looks absolutely gorgeous, that does. Really nice. Wall, and we got wall, and we got walls. I'm very excited for the future of Epcot, but right now we are in a wall kingdom. Wall cart. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, I think we're gonna go and head off and try some soaring first. Looking forward to hearing that epic bit of music. You're welcome. Change of plans. Soaring went up to an hour. Seas is at 20 with Nemo. I'm not actually sure I've ever done this one before. So let's go and do the Seas with Nemo and friends.
Oh, what a beautiful little bite!
Yep, can confirm that was the very first time I have done Nemo and Friends. Yeah, it was cute. It was cute. It's probably my least favourite of the Omni movers that we've done so far. But it was nice. It was nice. It was. I like the bit with the projection over the real water. There was actually a shark, or might just been a really big fish. Came past. So yeah, it was cool. But yeah, not truly memorable, that one. But anyone see where Guardians might be? Nah, me either. Must be really hidden somewhere. Maybe we'll find it at some point today. To me, that is the most iconic view in Epcot. I know it's got some beautiful spots in it here, but that, with the monorail coming round That is beautiful. Beautiful. What barges? I didn't see any barges. Again, must be hidden well somewhere. Whilst I can't pretend that the view is everything to me, like I said, I don't come to Epcot all that often, and I care more about the show being good than I do about it obstructing the view. There's no doubt they are pretty massive. So if you are, I can kind of understand if you're kind of this Epcot purist why these barges might have upsetted you, but for me it'll always be, as long as the show is good, I'm okay with it. But they are big. Time to ride Frozen Ever After for the first time, but also get in that aircon.
Snowy summer day. Oh, you're going to Elsa's ice palace. Sven's going. I'm going. And it'll be so beautiful. See you there. First time in forever.
Would you say that we're elated or gasping?
Let's just call it.
Oh, I got soaked.
Just makes sense.
I absolutely loved that. Like, I'm a big Frozen fan, so I was very excited for the first time to get on that. It was really, really good. Beautiful ride. Like I said, not a huge Epcot fan myself, like not a purist. So for me, what that replaced is miles better. I know that's going to upset a few people, but beautifully well done. You know, AA's drops. I mean, we knew the layout anyway. And the Elsa bit with the Let It Go was beautiful, especially when you drop back like that as she pushes you away. That's some good thinking, some good planning. Considering that's effectively an overlay, they just kind of had to redo that ride. Really, really enjoyable. Like, that is up there for me as one of my favourite rides at Walt Disney World, definitely. Very, very good. Anyway, now we've done that, we're going to go and do something else that we've never done before. Well, technically never done before. We are heading over to Paris to go and check out Ratatouille Remy Adventure. Now, I've done this in Paris. I enjoy it. There was a lot not working when I did it in Paris, and I felt before that it feels like in a little bit of poor repair in Paris and needs a little bit of TLC. But having this one just opened up in Epcot here, I'm hoping it's all going to be working. Everything's going to be looking good. So let's go and ride Remy's Adventure. We got a creperie here. Looks tasty. Oh, this looks stunning. Really nice. And there goes the Ratatouille music. Oh my goodness. It is just the best music. And there is the fountain. Have you been to Paris? This all looks quite familiar, slightly different layout I think. But it is an absolutely gorgeous land. Look at this. Here we go. Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
your safety, please remain seated throughout your adventure with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the...
Ready to go. I'm going to take these off because I can't see anything.
It smells great.
It's been a few hours. It was extremely hot, but we're now chilling in China. Just had a bit of food and enjoying a little bit of a chill out time. So it's actually been a few hours since we rode Ratatouille. We came out of the ride and it was swelteringly hot. We had a little walk around World Showcase, so we thought we'll stop and we'll grab some food and just chill out for a little while. And now the sun is starting to set, so the temperature's dropped. So Ratatouille, like I said, I have ridden the one in Paris, and I felt that Paris is a good ride. It is a good ride. It mixes a nice bit of screen and physical. And like I say, I like the ambience in there. I obviously love Ratatouille music. The only issue I had with the few times that I rode it was that half of the effects don't work, and that, you know, there are smell effects, and that the rat ride vehicle that you're in moves with obviously what's happening on the screens. Like I said, the smells, water, heat effects and stuff like that, and literally none of that was on for any time that I rode. I think the only thing that did work once was the smells whilst I was in Paris. But obviously with this being a much newer ride, everything was on. Everything was working, and it is a much, I mean, not a shock at all, hardly a take, but it is a much better experience when the effects are working and when the ride is functioning how it was made. So it was really enjoyable. It was, and me and my family all came off of it, and everyone loved it. And it was, you know, I kind of warned people going onto it. I was like, you know, I don't know whether you're going to enjoy this or not. But I think the land in Epcot, whilst doesn't flow as well because you kind of have to walk around that corner. It's a little bit more crowded in there. Obviously, I think when I went to Paris, it was a much quieter time than obviously December in Walt Disney World. But World Showcase at this time of day, when the sun is just starting to set, looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this. You've got one of my favourite looking resorts in the world. The Swan and Dolphin there. I know that's controversial as well, but I absolutely love it. Obviously got America over there, United States, Italy, it is all Germany over there. It's all looking absolutely beautiful. Very much looking forward to seeing Harmonious later on this evening.
This way!
Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks absolutely amazing. Should have really researched what time they were lighting it up. But yeah, that was one of the things that I was very, very much excited about, that was added for the 50th celebration. And seeing it obviously in pictures and YouTube and stuff, it's looked incredible, but when you see it in person, that is a whole another level of beauty. But we'll take a closer look. We will go up a little bit closer, but first I think soaring has dropped to about 40-minute queue, so we're going to go and get in that because that's the lowest it has been all day. Can't wait to get back on soaring as well. Right, let's go to soaring. 40-minute standby, that's the lowest it's been all day. Another ride with a ridiculously good soundtrack. One that I listen to in the office whilst I'm working a lot of the time. Gets you right here. Let's go on soaring. Here we go, checking out Space 220. It's time to head up into the sky, or you know, just behind this wall. Let's see how it goes. Very much excited about this. I remember seeing Disney release a picture of a cast member installing these individual lights to Spaceship Earth. Never did I imagine that when they were doing this, that it was going to look this amazing. It is incredible, and you can see it from, well, I'm going to say from space, I reckon. Okay, one more look. I promise this is the last time. I promise. Bye, Epcot. Thanks for a fun day. So I seem to have, unfortunately, lost some footage. Everything between the end of Space 220 all the way through until leaving the park. I can't seem to find the footage anywhere. I filed everything neatly away after each park day just so it'd be easier when it comes to edit. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it in any of the other folders, so I don't know whether I've accidentally deleted it whilst editing something else, but either way it seems to have gone. So big thanks to Alicia, who sent me over some footage that she had of Harmonious. If you want to watch the whole show, there's loads of videos out there on YouTube where you can watch the whole thing, but big thank you to Alicia, so I could just at least put something in this vlog. So Space 220, what a really cool, fun and heavily immersive experience that was. It's great the way you kind of check in down here on Earth and then you get into the lift up 220 miles to space. It's really cool the way they do it, the way the doors open and then you're there in a huge lounge area with the big windows and so on. Food and drink wise, really nice, like a lot better than I had imagined it in my head. It was really tasty. For starters, I had the mozzarella, and the starters wasn't so much my bag. I'm a bit of a fussy eater, but the mozzarella was nice. It was probably the only thing I would have eaten on that menu, but I'm sure if you're not a fussy eater like me, there was plenty there. I had the duck for mains. That was incredible, really well cooked. I'm no food critic, but I absolutely loved it, really tasty. And then for dessert, I had the sticky toffee pudding, which is my favourite dessert in the world. It doesn't matter what restaurant I'm at, anywhere, if sticky toffee pudding is on the menu, then I'm getting it. The service could not have been better. They were so helpful, and you could tell that they just really loved explaining all the different items on the menu. Made it a lot of fun for us. Went through all the different cocktails. We got a cocktail each. The kids in the family got a mocktail, and they brought those over, and some would smoke, some you'd pour candy into. I had like a candy floss that was sort of poured into the drink, and it just disappeared basically, but it was cool, and they had a lot of fun with us in doing that. Price wise, well, this is kind of the sticking point I think for Space 220 for a lot of people. They do set menus, and we went for dinner, and that set menu was, I believe, $79 per adult, and I think the kids was around $30 per kid. So it is expensive. It is expensive. I know you're paying for the whole immersiveness as well as the food, and obviously on top of that, none of the drinks are included, especially if you get a cocktail, and I think the cocktails are around $15 per drink, so it does stack up. And for us as a family of 7 that ate there that night, I think the total bill, you know, with the 2 kids and the 5 adults and some cocktails each, it came to over $600 for the family, which I think I did a conversion at the time, and it was around £491, so it is extremely expensive. And the way I kind of viewed it, great experience, great food, great service, cool seeing there's windows, lots of stuff happening, there's some Star Wars Easter eggs going on, some funny bits. I know it was a bit of a contentious issue at the time. Some people wanted to be a pure space experience, and then it had a little bit of touch of Disney on it as well, but I found it fun. I think the consensus was, as we came out, is it was kind of I wouldn't say a one and done experience. I would just say that it's not something that every time we come to Epcot it's something we need to do. It is expensive. It's kind of that we've done it, it was great. Maybe we'll go again if in a few years. It's for me, it's not something that, oh, I've got to do that every single time we go to Disney World. And then we finished off the day seeing Harmonious for the very first time. Now, I was a big Reflections fan, but I totally agreed. I think it was time for it to go. I think it had its day, and I know the barges issue has certainly caused a bit of a stir up on the internet, and having seen it in person, they are big. I said that in the video, but all I really cared about was if the show's good, it doesn't bother me as much. And the show was great. It was great. The music was unbelievable. Like, the soundtrack is up there with anything I think Disney have ever produced. And the fireworks are stunning. I love the kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but when the fireworks fire over into the middle, it's quite a spectacle when you're standing obviously around the lake. And as for the barges, I kind of felt a little bit like there was some cool graphics on it, really bright, colourful screens, but I didn't feel like they added enough to the show to warrant them being there all day, every day at Epcot. Like, I don't know, it felt like if they were going to be there, and they were going to be there all the time, I thought there was just going to be something more going on with them. I don't know why, perhaps I should have done a little bit more research on the show, but yeah, it just didn't really, for me, feel such an integral part of the show that they couldn't have figured something out so that they could have left the lake a little bit less surrounded by barges. But overall, I've really enjoyed Harmonious, and I do think it's a very worthy replacement of Reflections. I think it's just kind of that next step now. But yeah, that soundtrack is unbelievable. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Sorry I have to kind of put in the extra bits at the end of a few of these videos. It is what it is, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for any thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to subscribe, it would mean the world to me. If you're already subscribed and you're watching this, thank you so much. But yeah, that's it.